how to know who to marry in 5 minutes. There are always signals, there are always signs that will show you that this person, you should go ahead with this person in marriage, or you shouldn't go ahead with that person in marriage. But the problem we are having is that for guys, our eyes is usually our downfall when it comes to the issue of relationship and marriage. For women, greed is usually their own downfall, not necessarily their eyes. Is always greed. Most girls you see that enter into wrong relationships and end up in wrong marriages, it was actually greed that landed them into that problem. To be honest with you, whenever you see a girl crying about her marriage, a woman crying about her marriage, there are usually two things that could be responsible for that marital mishap. One is infatuation, two is greed. But for guys, our own, most of the time, is purely infatuation. It's purely sexual issues. So if you are listening to me tonight, there are things you need to know. There are 5. You can use these 5 things to know who to marry within 5 minutes. In fact, if you meet a man, a woman, once you look at them, you know whether that person is right for you or not. The second way to know who to marry within 5 minutes, as you just meet somebody, 5 minutes, is their words. Is their words. A lot of people don't know that words are mirror through which we see into people's soul. Have you ever asked yourself why, if police people, if they come to arrest you, the first thing they would tell you, they will introduce themselves to you, they will show you their ID card, they will tell you we are police. And then as they are handcuffing you or trying to arrest you, they will tell you, keep quiet, anything you say now will be used against you in the court of law. Have you ever asked yourself why? Have you ever discovered that when people go to court, what do they do in court? It's a battle of words between the defense counsel and the prosecuting counsel. It's all about words. He said this, that, these are the exhibits, this is the evidence on 29th of this month. Why are they telling you all these things? Because you can use words to know who a person is. I always tell people this. Listen, if you are meeting a man now, and from the start of your conversation to the end of that conversation, the only thing the guy is talking about is all about sex, 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 sex. Nothing again. And either he's telling you different sex position or different sex styles. There is nothing again. In fact, as you are with that guy there, and you are having conversation with him, you cannot look at what and say that these are the plans, or these are the ideas, or these are the dreams, or plans, or things, relevant things that this guy shared with you. You cannot look at him and pinpoint any of this. You have stayed with a guy and you have conversed with him for complete 1 hour. And you cannot look at that guy and said that these are meaningful things that the guy said to you during that conversation. Is it not already a red flag to you? How do you want to get married to a man that cannot make sense for complete 45 minutes in the process of your conversation with him? Women are always guilty of this. They will tell you, why are you banking on my words? Or why are you just saying these things? Why are you talking? I didn't mean it. No, it's only a fool that can say that word. How can you talk to somebody and at the same time you are telling the person not to take what you are saying serious? Or don't you know that your words reveals who you are? If I sit down before you now as a woman and I want to know who you are and to know whether anything tangible can or anything serious can work between us, what I will do is that I will start engaging you in an intelligent conversation. I will start asking you wise questions, questions that will draw out your identity. Years ago, I read a book by John Massey, where John Massey said, type of question you ask determines the quality of the answer you will receive. What it means to say is that there are questions, if you sit down with someone during conversation and you are asking them, those questions will never allow you to know who they are. We call those kind of questions frivolous questions. Questions that does not have head. They don't have meaning. You are just wasting and whiling away your time. And that is where a lot of people make mistakes. But there are questions during the process or in the course of your conversation with a man or a woman. If you ask them that question, within 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you will know them. When you ask those questions in a skillful manner, in a skillful way, you can mirror into people's soul with their words. Don't play with what people say. If you want to know whether a man will be right for you or not, you are discussing with a guy that wants to marry. In your course of conversation or in your gist, and the guy is telling you he does not see anything wrong with a man having a side chick, and you are still sitting down with him, they are talking marriage, talking something serious. Somebody that you want to be your husband is telling you that he does not see anything wrong with a man having a side chick. That thing he told you, he has already revealed himself. What he has told you ahead of time by that simple statement is that he's going to always cheat on you if you are married to him tomorrow. Simple. That is what he has just communicated to you. So what else do you want him to reveal? Or you are discussing with a girl and the girl is telling you ahead of time that if you don't have this kind of money or this, that she will not be faithful to you. What that girl is indirectly telling you is that her loyalty in marriage to you is based on how much you can give to her, what you can offer to her. That if you run into difficult time or into difficult season, that she's going to move away from you in that marriage. She has already communicated to you the type or the kind of person she is. If you want to know who to marry, within 5 minutes, it will not be difficult. Weigh the quality of their words. Watch out for what they are saying. Don't overlook it. Because what people say reveals them. What people say reveals who they are. Don't miss it. It's very, very important. Because they always say that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Let me be honest with you. A lot of men today that are regretting their marriage, the women they were with said something that should have made them to quit that relationship, but they neglected those words, thinking that those words those women were saying to them doesn't matter, without them knowing that Every word a woman says to you has a meaning. Women read meaning into their words. Women don't just talk for talking's sake. If you are discussing with a woman and the woman tells you, this thing you are doing, and don't be doing it. When I'm tired, I will just leave you. So you think she's blabbing. She has already communicated to you that if you don't deal with this thing, she's going to leave you. And if you continue to do that, she's going to leave you. So when you are dealing with a man, a woman, don't play with what they are saying to you. They are revealing who they are to you. So if you weigh their words and what they are saying, and you are not comfortable with their utterances, you are not comfortable. Because if you want to know the way a person thinks, it's through what they say. Words communicate our thoughts. When do you know that someone is foolish? Is when they open their mouth to talk. So what does it show you? You can know a person's personality, the type of person someone is, when you pay attention to the words that are flowing out of their mouth. There is nothing like, I don't mean what I say. That person is lying to you. Don't overlook people's words when you are relating with them, especially when it comes to knowing whether you will marry them or not. Pay attention. If you pay attention to what people say, it can help to prevent years of pain and agony for you in life.